Hey, before we get started with today's episode, did you know I have a YouTube channel? It's full of easy to follow videos created not only for hairstylists and salon owners, but also everyday hair lovers who want to understand their hair a little better and feel more confident doing it. From how to find the parietal ridge and use texturizing shears, to what to look for when signing a commercial lease, or how to brand and market your salon, I've got something for anyone who loves hair and our industry. And yes, my brand new foundational haircutting series is live now. So whether you're fresh out of beauty school, mentoring a team, or you're just obsessed with great hair, these videos are here to educate and inspire you. So head over to YouTube, look up All About Hair with Denise, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the thumbs up. That way, you'll be notified when the next video is released. Thanks so much again for being part of this community, and always remember, when you know better, you do better. All right, now let's get into today's episode.
Picture this. You're brushing your hair in the morning and notice way more strands than usual on your bathroom counter. Or maybe you lean forward and catch a glimpse of your crown under harsh lighting, and suddenly it looks a little thinner than you remember. It can stop you in your tracks, right? You're not alone in this. Every single week in my chair, clients whisper the same thing. Am I losing my hair? And let me tell you, the emotions tied to that fear are real. Today, we're going to unpack the truth about popular hair growth serums, how they compare to medical treatments like minoxidil, and most importantly, I'll guide you through real-life protocols tailored to specific situations, like perimenopause, postpartum shedding, stress, medically induced hair loss, and hereditary. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's have an honest conversation about what really works.
Welcome to All About Hair, where we talk shop, share stories, and spill the secrets behind great hair and a great career. I'm your host, Denise Keilitz, a former salon owner, educator, and a lifelong hair crusader. Whether you're a new stylist building your book or just someone who loves learning about all things hair, you're in the right place.
Hair loss is one of the most universal challenges, yet we don't often talk about it until it happens to us. It affects men and women, young and old, and it could sneak up during different life stages. The toughest part? It chips away at your confidence. Maybe you start avoiding certain hairstyles. Maybe you feel like everyone else can see it, even though they probably can't. And when you're desperate for answers, the beauty industry doesn't make it any easier. There are rows of serums, shampoos, and miracle claims promising thicker, fuller hair overnight. It's overwhelming. Which ones are just expensive bottles of hope, and which ones actually support healthy growth? Here's the honest truth. No topical serum, no shampoo, and no miracle oil is going to bring back hair that's been gone for years. Once a follicle is permanently shut down, it's like an empty seed pod. It can't produce again. But that doesn't mean all is lost. Supportive products can strengthen the hair you still have. It can protect fragile follicles, it can extend the growth phase, and it can reduce unnecessary shedding. Think of it like good nutrition and exercise for your scalp, and it keeps the environment as healthy as possible. That's where medical treatments like minoxidil come in. Minoxidil is FDA-approved and clinically proven to regrow hair, particularly in the crown. But here's the catch. It comes with its own obstacles. You have to use it twice daily forever if you want to maintain results. It can cause irritation for some people, and in the beginning, it often triggers an initial shedding phase that can feel terrifying if you're not prepared for it. So yes, minoxidil can regrow hair, but it's not always the easiest product for everyone. So now let's look at serums. Serums are like the supportive friend. Maybe they don't have the FDA stamp, but they do bring valuable tools to the table. Cecrid Restoring Hair and Edge Drops. It's Beyonce's new hair care line. This formula feels wonderful. It's silky but lightweight and is packed with peptides, keratin, and biotin. It was designed with fragile edges in mind, perfect for someone who just had a baby or wears protective styles. How about Eufora's thickening scalp treatment? If you love natural aloe-based formulas, this one is incredible. It uses a peptide complex plus botanicals to help fight the impact of DHT, that hormone connected to hereditary thinning. It feels refreshing on the scalp and it's easy to commit to because it's budget friendly. Then there's Vegamour Grow Plus Advanced Serum. This one's plant-based, and I'll be honest, it's trendy for a reason. It uses caffeine, red clover, and peptides, and the brand has actual clinical data showing reduced shedding and improved density. It's a great choice for someone who doesn't want to take medication, but wants something effective. Then there's minoxidil, the heavy hitter. If you're dealing with visible crown thinning, minoxidil is your engine for regrowth. But here's the magic. You don't have to choose just one lane. You can layer them. Minoxidil stimulates regrowth while serums soothe the scalp, reduce inflammation, and strengthen what's already growing. So when you combine minoxidil with the right serum and you support that with smart shampoo and conditioner choices, you're setting yourself up for the best possible outcome. Think of it as a complete wellness plan for your hair. But here's what I want to remind every client. Hair loss isn't one size fits all. What helps one person may not be right for the other because the cause of hair loss changes the game. So let's walk through some real world examples. Let's start with perimenopause. This is when hormones fluctuate, estrogen drops, and the hair starts feeling thinner overall. It's not uncommon to see widening parts and more shedding than usual. For this stage, I recommend a gentle, sulfate-free thickening shampoo like Vegamour or Eufora. Pair that with a once daily density serum like Vegamour Grow Plus. If shedding's significant, minoxidil can be layered in, and don't forget inside-out support, omega-3s, vitamin D, and stress management. Now let's shift to postpartum shedding. If you've gone through this, you know how shocking it can feel. Hair comes out in handfuls a few months after delivery. But here's the thing, it's normal, and it usually gets better within 6 to 12 months. To help during this stage, I recommend a strengthening shampoo with biotin and keratin, like Cecrid or Eufora. For those fragile edges that take the hardest hit, Cecrid's edge drops are perfect. Skip minoxidil while breastfeeding, and focus on protein-rich meals, hydration, and patience. Next, let's talk about stress-related shedding. This one shows up after big life events like moving, job changes, illness, or emotional stress. The medical term is telogen effluvium, and while it's temporary, it can be scary. A gentle cleanser like Briogeo or Nioxin keeps the scalp balanced, and daily use of Vegamour Grow Plus serum can help reduce shedding. But here's the real talk. Until stress is managed, whether through sleep, nutrition, or mindfulness, the hair cycle won't fully normalize. Now let's take a look at medical-induced hair loss, like chemotherapy. This one's a sensitive one. During chemo, comfort and scalp health are the priorities. I recommend an ultra-gentle, fragrance-free cleanser. Skip the serums during the active treatment, and once you're cleared by your doctor, you can reintroduce supportive peptides like Cecrid and Vegamour. Simple practices like gentle scalp massage and SPF protection make a huge difference during recovery. Patience is key here. Finally, let's talk hereditary hair loss. This is the classic male or female pattern thinning, often started at the crown or the temples. Here, a DHT targeting shampoo like Nioxin is a smart base. Then bring in the powerhouse minoxidil 5% twice daily. To support scalp health and density, layer in a serum like Eufora or Vegamour. Keep haircuts shorter at the crown to camouflage thinner areas. Avoid heavy pomades, and if progression continues, consult a dermatologist about finasteride or PRP treatments. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to take a few minutes to answer some of the most common questions I get from clients about hair growth. Because I know while you've been listening, you've probably had at least one of these questions pop into your head. So let's go through them one by one. Question 1. How long should I use a hair growth serum before deciding if it works? You might be wondering, okay, but how long do I really have to stick with this before I'll know if it's helping me? This is such an important question. The reality is that hair doesn't grow overnight. It grows in cycles. Most serums and even minoxidil take a solid 3 to 4 months of consistent daily use before you'll even start noticing less shedding or a little tiny new growth. At that point, you'll probably just see the baby hairs sprouting, especially around the hairline or the crown. I tell my clients to commit for at least 90 days before making a judgment because anything less is just too soon to measure results. Another common question I get is, do I have to pick between minoxidil and a serum, or can I do both? And the good news is, you can absolutely do both. In fact, they often work best when layered together. Here's how. Apply minoxidil first, let it fully dry, usually about 30 minutes, and then follow up with your serum. Think of it like skincare. Minoxidil is your prescription treatment, and the serum is your moisturizer and vitamin boost on top. They're not competing, they're complementing each other. Question 3. Are there side effects with serums like they are with minoxidil? Now, if you've read about minoxidil, you know it can sometimes cause irritation, shedding phases, or even unwanted facial hair in rare cases. Naturally, people ask me, do serums have the same risks? The answer is usually not. Most serums are incredibly gentle. At most, you might feel a slight tingling from ingredients like peppermint or caffeine. But very rarely, some people might notice mild redness. But overall, serums are much easier to tolerate and don't have the same intensity and side effects as you might see with minoxidil. Question 4. What shampoo is best for someone with thinning hair but also a sensitive scalp? Here's one I hear a lot in the salon. I want to treat my thinning hair, but my scalp is so sensitive. What do I use? In this case, I recommend going sulfate-free and fragrance-free if possible. A great option is Briogeo, which is gentle but still contains actives like caffeine and biotin. For men, Nioxin has a sensitive scalp formula that feels cooling but not too harsh. The big thing is to avoid stripping shampoos because irritation can make shedding worse. Question 5. If my mom or dad had thinning hair, does that mean I will too? Genetics always come up. Clients often ask, if my parents had hair loss, does that mean I'm doomed? The answer is not necessarily. Yes, hereditary factors play a big role, especially in crown thinning and receding hairlines. But lifestyle can either accelerate or slow that process. Things like nutrition, stress, and even how you care for your scalp matter. I tell clients, if you know hair loss runs in your family, don't wait until it's advanced. Start preventative care early with a gentle DHT targeting shampoo and a serum. Prevention is always easier than regrowth. Question 6. Is it safe to use these treatments while pregnant or breastfeeding? This one's very important. The question is usually, can I use minoxidil or serums while pregnant or nursing? And the clear answer is avoid minoxidil during pregnancy and breastfeeding. It hasn't been studied enough to be considered safe. Instead, this is a time to focus on gentle scalp care. Cecrid edge drops, for example, can be supportive for fragile edges without the same risks. And don't underestimate basics like good nutrition and hydration. They're the real heroes during this stage. And finally, people always want to know, okay, but is there something more I can do beyond products at home? Absolutely. In the salon, we can offer scalp detox treatments to remove buildup, LED or red light therapy to stimulate follicles, and even professional referrals for PRP or microneedling. These advanced therapies are like taking your scalp routine to the next level. Think of them as personal training sessions for your hair follicles, while your at-home products are the daily workouts that keep things moving. So those are the most common questions I hear, and I'm guessing at least one of them answered what you've been wondering too. If you still have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because chances are, if you're thinking it, someone else is too. If this episode gave you clarity, don't forget to grab my free printable hair growth protocol guide in the show notes. It lays out all the scenarios we just talked about today: perimenopause, postpartum, stress, medical, and hereditary thinning, side by side in an easy to follow chart. And as always, remember, when you know better, you do better.
Thanks for tuning in to All About Hair. If you loved this episode, hit subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a fellow stylist or hair-loving friend. You want more tips, tools, and behind-the-scenes goodness? Follow me on YouTube or head to my website at denisekailitz.com. Yes, I know it's hard to spell, so don't worry, the link is in the show notes. Until next time, keep learning, keep creating, and keep loving what you do. Hey guys, real talk for a second. If you're a stylist or a salon owner dreaming of a smoother, more profitable 2025 without working yourself into the ground, I've got something you're going to love. I've been testing out Gloss Genius, and let me tell you, it's a total game changer. Imagine your entire booking system, payments, client notes, and rebooking all in one place. Easy to use, beautiful to look at, and designed with salon pros in mind. Here's what really sold me. Gloss Genius is offering a free data transfer right now. That means they move over your whole book of business for you. Services, clients, everything. And you don't have to do a thing. Plus, check this out. You get a super low processing rate, just 2.6%, no hidden fees. Clients can book in 30 seconds, no apps, no logins, just simple. And they've got smart tools to help you grow, like auto reviews, reminders, and even marketing powered by AI. If you're ready to grow your business and your peace of mind this year, do yourself a favor and give Gloss Genius a try. Sign up with my link in my show notes and get started for free. You deserve tools that work as hard as you do.